Cauliflower is showing up in all kinds of recipes, and we're going to use it today to make a nice vegetarian dinner. We're going to make spicy cauliflower tacos. Fun. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with a little bit of liquid in our pan to soften the cauliflower up just a little bit. So we're going to start with some rice wine vinegar. Then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of beer. Then we're going to add some lime juice. And let me get my Xylus mincer here. We're going to add some garlic to that. You got to have garlic in just about everything, I think. All right, add that. Then we're going to spice it up because these are spicy cauliflower tacos. So we're going to add some hot sauce. If you don't want it that spicy, you can certainly cut down on that. And just a little bit of soy sauce. Okay, so we're going to mix all of that together and let that kind of get nice and heated before we add our cauliflower. So our cauliflower is chopped up. So I've taken the whole head of cauliflower, which is known as the curd, and I've chopped it up into these tiny pieces. You don't want any of the pieces to be very big. You want it to resemble kind of crumbled ground beef when you get through with this. So no bigger than the size of a quarter, and this is a whole head of cauliflower. So this is boiling. We're going to add this to our mixture here, and we're going to just give that one good stir and then set your timer. You want to put this in this mixture for 90 seconds, no longer. This is in pretty small pieces, so I probably will keep this in here right at 1 minute. Okay, we've drained the liquid off of our cauliflower and I've returned it to the exact same pan so you don't dirty another dish. Now what we're going to do is spice it up even more. So I've got gloves on to make this a little bit easier. We're going to add some chili powder to that, some paprika, garlic powder, cumin, the juice of half of a lime, and if you're not using fresh lime, that's going to be about a tablespoon of lime juice. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of olive oil. There we go. All right, now we're going to take this and we're just going to mix this up with your hands. Now you see why I was wearing these gloves, so that it's good and coated all the way over. It's still a little warm. That's another reason you want to wear these gloves. And we're about ready to go into the oven. So this gives it kind of that taco-y kind of a taco seasoning kind of feel to it. Okay, so let me take these off. And what we're going to do is transfer this to a lightly greased jelly roll pan. Okay, now make sure you take your spoon and spread this out in just as close to a single layer as possible. This is going to go in your preheated oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. While your cauliflower is in the oven, we're going to make a nice slaw to go with our tacos. So I've started with some angel hairs kind of cutting of half of a green cabbage. And I'm going to add to that some carrot matchsticks. So again, I wanted it to be didn't want it to be shaved, but I wanted it to be close to the same texture as our green cabbage. And we're going to add some cilantro leaves to that. And we're going to make a little bit of a dressing. So I've got some vinegar here, some oil. I'm going to add just a pinch of salt to that. And this is why I like canning jars, because they're like the perfect container for emulsifying a dressing. I'm leaving the cilantro whole. You can chop it if you want to, if you don't like the big pieces of cilantro, but just for fun, I'm just going to leave it with the leaves right now. Okay, and then with your hands, you're just going to mix this all together. You can make this ahead if you want to. Just cover it and put it in your refrigerator and make sure you use it within a couple or 3 days. So this is going to go on the bottom of our tacos. So that's our slaw. It's ready to roll. So our cauliflower has come out of the oven and it smells excellent. And in the meantime, what I did was I took some corn tortillas. This is the size that I like. And I just heated these in between paper towels in the microwave. If you don't want to do that, you can do that in a dry skillet. So what we're going to do is just going to, with your hands, again, just take some of the coleslaw that we made, and then we're going to top it with the cauliflower crumbles. And you can add any other little adornments to that you want. Just make sure that the coleslaw is on the bottom, and then top it with the cauliflower. So I like to add salsa to this, sour cream, a little squirt of lime juice to just kind of set that off. And really that's about all that it needs. It's really pretty, it's really easy, it goes a long way, and you can see that it's an excellent vegetarian meal. So utilize that cauliflower differently and make spicy cauliflower tacos.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.